They say a lot. I'm very wise. And I use big words, apparently.
It's not wise, it's pseudo-intellectual. Oh no.
Just leaving Sarver Creek Shelter, which was 0.4 miles down a steep hill. So I have to climb that hill to get out of here. For a while last night, I thought I was going to be the only one at the shelter. Somebody else rolled in around 8, a couple more girls around 8:30, and about 10 more people around 10. And so it became a full house. But can't say I'd recommend it if you can avoid it, because the climb down is steep and long. But the shelter itself is nice and brand new, so it's got that going for it. But I have to climb this hill, and I'm going to not be able to breathe, so I'll give you more in a while. All right, made it up the hill. On paper, looks like not too bad of a day. Starts with a ridge, and then downhill, and then one steep uphill, and then at 16 miles, it's Snacks' 40th birthday, and he's having a little celebration. And supposedly there's really good camping there, so that might be where we head for today. Doesn't look like there's really any other great shelters, maybe one like a mile past that, so wouldn't get too much more out of it. But I think I made the right decision last night, even though once I went down that hill I saw how steep it was, to stop and be able to have water, because it doesn't look like there's any water for a while. But right now it's about 8:15, 8:30. Temperature's great. I think it's going to be another hot one though. All right, I'll let you know if anything cool happens, like always. One really interesting thing you notice as you get into Virginia and start hiking is that the mountains give way from being a lot of peaks and ups and downs to these very long ridges, like the one you can see in front of me, with long matching valleys in between. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I thought this was a really great view. You can see at least 1, 2, 3, 4 ridges over. Oh, 5 if I go over there. So definitely wanted to share because it's beautiful. All right, for the record, this is currently the trail. It's a 45-degree slab of granite that goes right off this cliff. So I'm really glad it's not raining and there's not a thunderstorm. It really makes me feel better about my choice last night. All right. All right, so that was a sketchy ridge walk, basically for over a mile. It looked like those granite slabs that I just took a picture of, where it's just 45 degrees and you're hoping the tread on your shoes is good. But I think I'm past it and should have a nice downhill now. But coming up is the Eastern Continental Divide, and I don't know if it's going to be marked, but I'm close to it. But that is, if I'm not mistaken, the point where the water drains from the mountains to the east into the Atlantic Ocean, instead of to the west to the Mississippi. So Luca, next time you're driving up to Big Bear, you'll see a sign on the highway on 68, and you can see where it is in Maryland. All right. All right, well, I'm almost to the top of the big hill today. Somebody put a bench here, and it's in the sun. But if somebody builds you a bench, I think you should sit in it for a bit. And the other thing I noticed looking at gut hooks, this is where I came from. This is Brushy Mountain. We were at the Brushy Mountain Diner like 5 days ago. I think these sadists just have us climbing up and down Brushy Mountain for no reason. And it's a big one. But like I said, I'm almost to the top. It's all downhill. And we're gonna have Snacks' birthday party. And it's gonna be a short day after that. And hopefully some sodas and I don't know, maybe hot dogs or something. Whatever they have, I'll be grateful. All right, I'm gonna sit on this nice bench that somebody left for a little while. All right. The short spur trail to this, which is the Audi Murphy Monument, also the Audi Leon Murphy. He was a decorated World War II veteran who died in a plane crash right near here. And I took a picture so you can read the entire monument. But it's only, you know, less than 1/10 of a mile, and it was worth seeing. And there's a lot of items from military members and that sort of thing honoring him. So worth coming up and taking a look. All right. All right, just left Snacks' birthday trail magic. Happy birthday, Snacks. Congratulations on turning 40. And I'm climbing this hill 1 mile to the next shelter. And that is again 0.3 to plus miles off the trail. So 2 nights in a row I've picked a shelter that's unnecessarily far off trail, but that's just the way it worked out. So I'm just gonna get there and either set up my tent or my pad, depending on space, and go to bed and wake up in the morning and make a plan once I've looked at gut hooks. But tomorrow should be McAfee's knob, unless I pull up short. Some of the guys are talking about doing a short day and then doing McAfee knob for sunrise. So really kind of depends on the weather. And I haven't seen the weather because I don't have service. But that's the plan. I'm going to bed. If anything else happens, I'll let you know.